folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, January the 28th, 2022. You know, one of the very best pieces of advice that I could give you would be to narrow your focus to just one, maybe two patterns to trade if you're more experienced. And yes, we have a few more patterns than that, but you know, they're purely available because some people see certain patterns more easily than others and vice versa. In this video, I'm going to show you one of the very best patterns that we have, and one that gives us a really nice edge, and it's very consistent. So I hope you enjoy this video. And by the way, I'd love to hear some comments on this video if you wouldn't mind. Let me know if you like to trade patterns like this on your Forex pairs. Are you able to spot them easily, or do you struggle with that? I hope you like this setup. If so, I'd sure appreciate a thumbs up by hitting the like button. And be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button in the bottom right corner of the video. Okay, here we go. Okay, the first trade I'm going to show you was on the Aussie-New Zealand dollar pair, and this is a day trade. Now, why is it a day trade? It's because of the time frame combinations that it sets up on. Okay, so for day trading, we use the weekly or even the monthly charts for a higher time frame perspective. Okay, then we use the daily chart for support resistance and also for observing recognizable candlestick patterns. Okay, that means candlesticks that give us a bit of a clue about upcoming price direction. So if you look at this trade here, what I saw here was that we had a this is a monthly level that I'm very interested in. And the reason is because of how hard price moved away after this little short rally month. It moved away very hard, came back to revisit it, and you know, there may or may not be a trade here. Who knows? So what you need to do is start looking at your lower time frames. And on the daily chart, as price came up to it, in fact, I'll show you on the daily chart, you see this really strong level here. Price just dropped away hard. You can see it was support over here too, but it became another level that once it got broken, it became resistance and a big drop. And if you look what happened over here, price rallied up. We had a couple of candles in here actually, and it rallied up again on the 26th of January, and look at this candle. That's a pin bar reversal. That's a clue that we could be going lower here, which would be a counter trend trade, wouldn't it? Because the daily price action is going up. The pressure's all to the upside, but there are some very good counter trend trade setups that are certainly worth taking a risk on. Well, I mean, that's always up to the individual trader, and you could just elect to only trade with the trend, and that's totally fine too. But in this case, we're going to look at the counter trend trade on this. Now, when we're trading a daily setup like this with a pin bar reversal, our entry time frame becomes the 1 hour chart. All right. So if I go down to my 1 hour chart here, what's going on here? Let me just take this off for a sec. I want to show you this. So we rally up, we drop, we rally again, and then we have this big rotation to the downside. This is what we call our swing break and rotation setup. And there's different ways to get into it. I like using 79% retracements on these. And if you look, you know, from the high down to the low here, because we're at this resistance with a pattern, with a pin bar reversal on the daily, I like the 79% retracement. So you could sell it at any of these retracements. Here's the problem, or the consideration. This high is as high as price could go. It's as high as the market would take it before. There was enough selling up here, just all peeled off like this. That's an important level to me. Like if price goes above there, I don't want to be in this anymore, especially considering that it's in an uptrend. So the higher up I can sell this, right, the less my risk, my pip risk is going to be by selling it here with a stop above here. Does that make sense? And then it's all, after that, it's all trade management. Okay, everything's about trade management. In this case, this needed just a 13 pip risk. That's pretty darn nice. I'll take a 13 pip risk. And the nice thing about small pip risk is that you, like if you have a fixed percentage of your account that you put at risk, we always recommend 0.5%. That means that, you know, you can trade a lot more lots with a 13 pip risk than you could with a, say, a 30 pip risk or a 50 pip risk or more. So that's really nice for a small account, trades like this. Anyway, this trade, as it went down here, we actually ended up hitting this extension from the high to the low. The 127% Fibonacci extension was hit, and who knows, it could go a lot lower. You know, you don't know. I'm just you know, telling you that there are places that you can take profits along the way, or you can go for all or nothing at these levels. Trade management is a whole other topic, and that's more individual. But this trade ended up going down to this level here, and that was worth about a 3.5 to 1 reward risk, which is pretty sweet. Nothing wrong with that. So that was that one. There was actually another one that set up on the Aussie Swiss the same time, and let me just show you this one. And again, you know, this is a little bit better look, to be honest with you, because if you look at the daily chart on this, we had this big drop right from here down to here. Then it rallies up, hits this level, okay, that used to be support. It was a support level because price took off very strongly. We broke all of these little highs in here by the wicks here, and then it came down, and this rallying down and down all like this, right? So here's the observation. Price rallies. What's this? Another one of those pin bar reversals at a level that we're expecting could be a resistance level. We don't know. But if we go down to our 1 hour chart, what do we have here? Right here. I got to bring it up. There we go. We have the same situation. We have this rally, drop, rally, and and then we have this big rotation to the downside where we take out all of these lows like this, and we then look to be a seller. And again, as I just told you, I like the 79% levels, which actually happen to be the same as this daily level here with a higher high stop loss. See, so this one needed a bit more risk. This needed about an 18 pip risk, but the reward was down to here. Here's the 127% extension on this one. That's about an 80 pip profit. So it was about a 4 to 1, a little more than a 4 to 1 reward risk trade on that one. Okay, so you can see these are very powerful setups. Like, it's all about having a strategy where you see a pattern that you recognize easily and just trade it over and over. Okay, I know easier said than done, because by nature a lot of traders get drawn to the latest, greatest shiny object, or they heard about somebody made a bunch of money doing this and that, whatever, and it ends up derailing their efforts. So what I do for our members is I post the videos of these trades, okay, so that they can watch them over and over, and it gets embedded into your brain. It's what it helps them develop their reticular activating system. You've probably heard of that, the RAS, and it becomes very automatic and easy for them to recognize the setups in real time, because that's what it's all about. That's the challenge, right? Seeing these things after the fact is one thing, but you need to be able to pick them up live in real time in order to benefit from them. So depending on your past experience, learning these patterns is very easy. It's not rocket science, right? You can learn the setup pattern over the weekend. However, I have to caution you, that won't make you a profitable trader, sorry to say. There's more moving parts than that. You need to learn to apply that information correctly in the live market conditions, right? Most importantly, you need to have a very good, solid way of identifying key levels of support resistance on the relevant time frames. Everything revolves around that for us, because there are levels all over the place when you look at your charts. And, this is what we teach in our service. And of course, beyond all of this are things like, handling news releases, trade management. How to manage a trade properly is it's the holy grail of trading. It's so important, and et cetera, et cetera. There's lots of, like I say, lots of moving parts to trading, but you can certainly get up to speed very quickly when you narrow your focus like this. So if it's in the cards for you, check out our services by clicking the link in the text below this video. I believe there's a trader in all of us, and I do my best to keep it as dead simple as I possibly can. So yeah, we just love to have you with us if it looks like that might be something you'd be interested in. And if short-term trading isn't your thing, with other obligations in your life, no worries. Darko, my Coach's Corner partner, has done an incredible job of guiding our members to very nice swing trades and position trades. Last year was his best year ever by far, and we're looking forward to another great year. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great weekend. Take care.